Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing on this explosive cryptocurrency day of January the 15th, 2024. Bell notification, comment down below, subscribe and share to get the truth, education, and information you need to help you navigate these manipulated waters as the XRP price has crushed and passed and smashed through. And that's where we're going to start. The $3 mark for the first time since 2018. So by my math, that's about 7 years it's been since we've been at levels this high. And now it seems inevitable that we're going to come up and retest the old all-time high for the first time in 7+ years. As if we move to the daily time frame, you can see we never did touch that 50-day moving average, and we still haven't touched the 50-day moving average ever since about early October of 2024. And we bounced four straight times off of wicks around the $1.89 to $1.92. And that's catapulted us into our most recent surge. In an area that we were looking at was the 248 when we were underneath it. Could we get on top of it and hold it as support and then start the bull run again? And that's exactly what we did. We started the bull run again after this consolidation for about a month that we were using it as resistance. We held it as support, and now the $3.36. It seems to be where you're going to now, and you're going to touch and tag and probably break the old all-time high. And then something that you got to watch out for as we go into the full screen here is where we've had this $12.30 target, right? From the point of the last breakout up, that's your flagpole, and then this is your flag. And at the point of a breakout, that gets you all the way up here to that $12.30 mark. Is that actually what's going to happen here? That's something that's very, very possible. And it's not going to happen overnight. I know it seems like it's not possible, but that's only a 3, 6, that's only another 400% move from where it's at now. And do I think it's going to happen? Not right now, I don't, but does it have a distinct possibility? Absolutely, it's got a distinct possibility to get all the way up there near that $12 mark. If that formation is to play off, which is similar to what you would have seen here. Oops, let's get out of there. Get back into the full screen. Similar to what you've seen here, where you would go from the bottom to where you had this mini consolidation, and then you broke out to the upside, and you can see that got you right to the $2 mark, right? See how that works out on a targeted move. Now, what you got to watch is when you do get up to the $3.36 mark, is there some kind of a huge correction to the downside? Because it's been about 8 years almost since you hit that all-time high, or does the momentum continue to push you up to the $4 to 4.50 and even $5 potentially mark? And that's something that we're going to watch out for on the next few days to next few weeks to next year or so. Even though the volume is still declining right now, it's something that leads you to pay attention to. But recently, you can see the volume in the daily time frame is starting to tick back up, still way off of the tremendous volume that we had to pump us up this high, but it's still ticking up nonetheless, and something that we have to watch. So in the short term with the XRP, the $3.62 all-time high, I think is imminent. And then you're going to look back on any kind of consolidation, and the daily time frame is the 248 is now your major lower support. And then you got your moving averages, right? That you haven't hit still since way back here. Uh, the last time you hit the moving averages in the daily time frame on this coin was actually the beginning of November. So it's been 2 months, and those would be where you're going to look for any kind of big correction or big sell-off or big post enthusiasm decline on any kind of notable sell-off would be touching the 50, which is trickling up still at $2.16. The 100-day in blue, it's trickling up now to $1.73, and the 200-day in green is $1.30 on any kind of correction. But right now, it's not showing any signs of a correction. I don't think it's going to turn back around notably until you hit the $3.30 mark. That just seems to be where it's going. You're this close now. Why would it not hit it up there at $3.36 about? So that seems inevitable in the XRP, that you're going to go retag the old all-time high. I don't see any way that it's going to get denied from here. And then you're going to have to watch to see if there's any kind of correction to the downside, or if we continue to just blow past and continue this epic bull run that XRP's been in. Uh, let's go look at, there was some news here with XRP. Another one that's turned around is XLM now, that it's more than likely going to retouch that 63 cents, if not blow past that 63 cents. And maybe even come back to its all-time high, which I believe was about 70 cents. Here's some interesting news with XRP that I seen earlier. Where was it at? I seen it when I was at work. Here's something. XRP unleashed crazy 3.8 billion accumulation wave. XRP investors are celebrating today as a digital asset has surpassed $3. This is the highest point it's been since December and the highest it's been in 7 years. Their strategy behind it, the rise, was focused on continuous growth and changes in on-chain patterns presented by sentiment. Uh, in its wallets holding between 1 million and 10 million XRP that are the key players here, and their collective efforts have been amped up over the past 2 months. They have upped their holdings by more than 37% or 3.8 billion in valuation. So it is no accident, but it is a testament to some seriously calculated moves and deep-rooted confidence in XRP potential. What's going on? Price are on the rise. There has been 9.4% increase, blah, blah, blah. Who are the big players behind the scenes? If you take a closer look, XRP on-chain activity, you will see what's going on in just 24 hours. There were 341 transactions on network worth over 1 million. So 341 transactions worth over $1 million. Their actions have had a ripple effect throughout the ecosystem, changing people's expectations and increasing the network potential. This is what makes XRP stand out in a very competitive crypto landscape. So the big heavy hitters, the big whales, JE as they call them, have been accumulating and accumulating a lot. There was some other news that I seen on here that was crypto analysis, uh, XRP above $10, 10 USD dollars. I believe that's $10. XRP on verge of $3. Obviously, it smashed. So that 80 million XRP transfer stuns major US exchange Coinbase. Uh, an unexpected ripple has spread across the cryptocurrency market. XRP became the force of a significant transaction reported by Whale Alert. Over 30.17 million XRP worth 80.6 million were moved in one go from an unknown wallet called RUVEC to Coinbase address called RMGO. What does a transaction likely signify? Options are split. A transfer of this scale to a major exchange often triggers concerns about a potential sell-off. The logic is straightforward. A large unknown holder might indeed intend to sell XRP into fiat or other assets, which could pressure prices. But if on the other hand, other way around, and the cryptocurrency is leaving the exchange, it would mean a whale is accruing assets to store them safely in their own wallet, which is a strategy often linked to long-term hodlers. So that's something to pay attention to. Is this guy trying to sell after making thousands of percent some of his coins? Or is this guy just moving into a cold wallet, a storage wallet for even long-term holding because he doesn't trust the exchanges? Those are all plausible possibilities. If we look at the XLM price, I'm turning now bullish again on XLM in the short to medium term after I was bearish on XLM for a minute. As long as it stays above this 43 cents, we were short-term bearish since this peak, and it did go down about, we'll take our industry exclusive and YouTube made famous measuring tool. It did go down during our bearish stint, 51%, but now we're back above and we're holding above, and we held just like XRP above the 43 cents. So that leads me to believe we might be making another run up here at its regional high of 63 cents. And in the daily time frame, In this coin, we did hit the moving averages, the short term, for the first time since early November, I believe. Yep, November in this coin too. But now we've had a return rally. The volume is only about up as much as the XRP, but I'm short-term bullish as long as we stay above this 43 cents. That was holding it as major short-term resistance, and that's why we were short-term bearish on that 50% correction. But now it's broken above it, and as long as it holds above it, we'll be short-term bullish, even though we're long-term bullish, right? And we're going to try to stay ahead of these moving averages. And something that could be playing out, just like XRP, if this is a long-term pattern here, and the bullishness continues, you could say this is one gigantic flagpole, and then this is your flag with the down and sideways consolidation. And at the point of a breakout, that would get you up to $3.28. Am I saying it's going there? No. I do think there's a high likelihood that we do come and retest the 63 cents. Uh, and that is very, very plausible and very, very something that could very, very well indeed happen. Or if we get any kind of a selling action after these humongous rallies, you would be looking at your moving averages, the 50, the 100, and the 200 in red, blue, and green, respectively, at 38, 32, and an uptrending 24 cents now. But right now, as long as you're above that 43 cents, you are short term very bullish. If you break back below that, then you would have to watch out for the moving averages to come into play. And if we look at Bitcoin dominance has probably been falling recently as the altcoins, and it has, as these altcoins the last few days have been exploding. And I've been telling you the correlation with this. Bitcoin dominance started to fall right here, had a slight little rally, and now Bitcoin dominance got rejected at that 58.55%. And that's what's held up, and that's what's been a catalyst and a helper of this recent altcoin rally. And if Bitcoin dominance continues to fall, the altcoins are going to continue to rally as a whole. Individually, some move higher and quicker and more than others. But if Bitcoin dominance reverses and you start to see it rise above that 58.55%, then you would likely see a sell-off and some profit taking in the altcoins because that's just the way that it's correlated. We had a subscriber ask about Iota, and here's Iota for you. You can see Iota has been on a pretty good tear too recently. If we zoom out, I don't know how long this chart goes back to, about 2018 in Iota. If it goes back longer, please forgive me, but I don't have that chart up. This is on Binance. And you can see, like I always say, I like to get that VP VIX volume profile. And then we go into our little rectangle, go right to the heart of the mean of the volume, which are these two big candlesticks. And then you go look at it and just put it all the way out into the future because this is something that plays critical support and resistance. And right now, we're threatening to break out of that, which you can see if we put a couple of price notes on here on IOTA. It peaked out of here back in December above that 36 cents. And that's a major resistance zone because once you get above that, you can see here, there's not a lot of trading at all over here. The next big volume trading area would be up here towards the top. Let's get another rectangle. You see right here, we got a small cluster, but it's the only other significant cluster. We'll make that one in purple up here, and then we'll lock that. And that would be a major resistance zone. And if we go back into the daily time frame, something you'll see that's kind of fascinating is if you do break above this in IOTA, you can see where you would have the big flagpole, the consolidation, and on a breakout, watch how this works out. From the point of the breakout, which would be the 36 cents, that would break you through to the $2.52, which would get you close to an all-time high with major resistance at your next area. If you do break up on a clone, would be up here at the $1.20. So that's what we're watching out for IOTA. If you can stay above these moving averages, you'd be looking at going up to potentially $1.20 in the next move very, very quickly. What else do we have here that people have asked about? Oh, I think DGB, somebody asked about. DGB has been holding. From the last time we looked at it, we had our bearish action getting rejected by the moving averages and moving down towards the 0.00590, or the bullish action in green, which if you got supported by the moving averages in the daily time frame, and you can see these moving averages have actually tightened up at the about the 1 penny. We'll get rid of that now that you know what that was there for. Just above the penny and a quarter, and then your long-term moving average or the 200 is just above 1 whole penny exactly. And if you do break up out of this and continue to hold this, your next major pump in DGB would bring you up to about 2.25 cents. And the same thing with something else that people are going to ask me about is AMP. I am still bullish on AMP. AMP has been hard hit over the last few weeks, and as it often is, and then it likes to spike up, but I still do feel AMP on its next major pump, its next major push is going to come up here to that 0.023 cents, right? And that's a significant gain from where you're at now. And then I still do believe there's a high likelihood at some point that we test out that 7 cents. Like, subscribe, and share. We'll give you another update after the market closes tonight, seeing as I had to take a few days off for some business and career paths and what exactly we're going to do there. Like, subscribe, peace and love to my beautiful audience.